What is good, YouTubians? So a while back I did a video on deck sizes comparing a 7.5 versus a 7.75. The 7.75 is what I normally skate, so I went down a size to try to compare those two. Today I'm going to recreate that video, but instead of going down a size, I am going to be going up a couple of sizes actually. My buddy just gave me his old board and it's a 8.25. I've never skated anything past the 7.75, so this is definitely going to be very interesting. If you're interested in seeing the video with the 7.5 versus the 7.75, I will put the card up for that at the end of this video, so stick around if you're interested in that. If you didn't watch that video, basically how this goes is I skate my 7.75, I do some flat ground, some stuff on obstacles, and some stuff on a transition, and then I switch this setup to this deck and I do the same things that I just did on this board, and then we Venn diagram it and compare and contrast the pros and cons of both sizes. I think the best thing to do is start off on flat ground. Since I haven't warmed up today, I can double up and use it as my warm-up as well as this flat ground session. Let's get into it. Okay, I did a little bit of flat ground. I'm gonna grab some water. I'm gonna move on to this bank right here. Hopefully get some tricks on there and then move on to transition. I gotta save a little bit of energy, so I can't have like really good sessions in any one specific area, so that way I have enough energy to get through the whole video. Like I said, I'm trying to save energy, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Just doing a couple things over here just to kind of get a feel for how it is, and then we will be ready to switch over to the 8.25 and see what the differences are. Okay, that's going to be it for the 7.75 because I am gassing out already and I still have to repeat this session with a bigger and heavier board. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this setup over to the 8.25. So as I'm putting this last truck on, I noticed something that I did want to mention. These trucks are not the right size for this 8.25 board. They're definitely smaller. You can see that the wheel is like a good little bit into the board. It's not really kind of flush, which is how I tend to ride it. But I'm not really sure what kind of difference that's going to make, but it was something that I wanted to mention just in case, since we are doing a comparison type of situation. This is something that's different, and I figured all variables must be considered. I'm gonna finish this up and then get into that flat ground stuff. I don't really remember all the tricks that I did on the 7.75, but I am gonna do my best to try to recreate those tricks here as I remember them, so let's just get right into that. So right away I feel a difference in the pop. I do think it's because the 7.75 currently has an incredible amount of razor tail and the pop is just gone. So that isn't really a size thing. I think it's just like a board condition thing. But I wanted to mention it because I did notice my ollies on this was way better than my ollies on the other board. That was a super sketchy kickflip, but it was first try, so there is something to say about that. Okay, so immediately notice the weight difference. The 8.25 is obviously a lot heavier than the 7.75. I think that it also doesn't help that my legs are already kind of tired, so maybe I should have started with the 8.25 first. So I'm not a big fan of the weight of the board, but I do like that there's so much more board to land my feet on. I really like that, and it makes me wonder how I would feel about skating an 8. But right now, I'm gonna get into some of the bank stuff and hopefully finish this video up because my legs are pissed at me right now. try. That was actually not bad at all. I really enjoyed skating this on the bank. It is a little heavier. Like I said, I think I might really enjoy an 8.0, but I'm gonna keep it moving right into transition. Let's go. So, to answer the question, does deck size matter? I say absolutely yes. I felt it before when I did the 7.5 versus the 7.75, but I feel it a lot more here. Maybe it's just because it's a bigger gap in difference. You can definitely tell the difference in weight with a larger size skateboard versus a smaller size skateboard, but on the opposite side of the spectrum, you do have more board to land your feet on, and that is definitely a bonus, which is something that I learned today. I was very comfortable with it on transition as well as on obstacles. I found it a little harder to skate on flat ground just because it was heavier. I think it would be something that I would have to build my legs up to doing, because right now my legs are straight up shaking because they're so tired. This was a very interesting little experiment. I hope it helps you guys out. If anyone's out there trying to figure out what deck size to use, definitely give it a try. Experiment, try different sizes if you can. Ask somebody at the skate park to use their skateboard just to try it out and see how you feel. You might be surprised, just as I was today with this 8.25, because I actually really enjoyed it. That is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching another one of my videos. I hope you have a phenomenal day, and peace out.